Okay. Welcome back to Nier Replicant. I have one more part in me tonight. You can see the time code. So you know that it's getting up there as far as the time goes. I'm an early to bed, early to rise kind of person. Can we take the elevator down? Oh, is that a little lizard there? A little lizard. Nope, it's a mouse. We're heading back into the old factory.
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
I didn't hear anything about that. Did he go into a lower area for the sake of the business? I don't know. I guess we're reading between the lines, or perhaps that's something where the game was not translated accurately. Because our character never saw that cutscene. Only we, the player, got to see that.
The elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
Okay. Do I need to take the bombs and throw them into the spawners? Maybe not. Maybe each spawner just has a certain number. Yeah, it looks like it. A certain number of enemies that come out of it. Door's broken. So slow. Come on, minecart. Okay. There we go. There we go. Ting, ting, ting. Oh no. Slow it down. Okay, okay. Forgive the silence. Just doing a little bit of focus fire here. Let's get out of here before more enemies spawn. There we go. All clear. I don't know how the boys made it through these areas with no magic book. Well, she got ahead of me somehow. Kinda. She hasn't written in the diary in 5 years, but yet I'm still reading through the same exact 4 pages. Boss room? Go, jeez. More powerful robot. Stompa, stompa. Ow. Just run right back into that wave of damage. Okay. We got the memory alloy. The titanium alloy as well. What about the first law of robotics? Don't harm humans. You guys suck. You're bad robots. Antennae, bolts. Over here we have the same antennae. Do I go that way or do I go this way? Just slowly ticking up my HP. Slowly draining these enemies down. Boom! God. Kaine, watch out for the explosions. Kaine, watch out for the explosions. Kaine, watch out for the explosion. Oh, boom! We do not heal much from these attacks, but every little bit adds up, I guess. Okay. Boom. Boom. Broken door. Should not have even wasted my time. Broken door. Broken door. That way looks good. Can I just knock down this wooden thing? No. Okay, let's go this way. Here come the enemies. Up the teleporter tubes or the storage tubes. No. Here come the enemies. This is a dead end. Broken lens. I think that was a piece I was missing. Okay. Titanium alloy, more broken antennae. And enemies on the way back through. Not too tricky though. And there are more. Mysterious switch. I believe that's new. Is that the end of them? It is. Let's go this way next. I suspect. This will lead us where we need to be. It's another path with spawner rooms and no sign for progress. Nothing here. Ow. Darn, I was kind of hoping I could get that all the way through. I forgot there was 2 rooms I need to get through. More titanium. Now, can I grab one of these bombs and run it to that doorway? I can. And I did. Okay. We good? We're good. This looks like another mini boss room. Let's heal up. 3 mini boss enemies? Perhaps? Perchance? To dream? These robots seem to be relatively weak to magic. Ow. Ow. Jeez. One down. No reason to get in close. Just take him out from a distance. He's down. One more? Or not. Huh. Wait a sec. Is there really nowhere else to go? The depths. Maybe that's where I need to go. Junk heap depths. Perhaps all of this was just for farming items. Keep going straight. And turn here. Is that right? That looks right. Flying guys, huh? Almost didn't see ya. Walk around and collect all these items. Broken motors, severed cable, broken battery. This is the place to go to farm up some money. Take us even deeper. Green light means it's okay. Boss arena, from the look of it. Or not. Maybe it's just a staircase. Stairway to heaven, baby. Kinda, you gotta be more careful. Are we going deeper? Elevator even deeper? I can't go even deeper. But I didn't find what I was looking for. Huh. Do I need to go down instead of up? I might be going the wrong way. Maybe I do need to take that elevator. Maybe the enemy I'm looking for is on the first floor? I don't know. This is where I came from, right? Yeah. I explored all the second floor. Okay, well, I don't feel good about it, but let's go to the first floor. Maybe it's a different part of the first floor? What the heck? There's a hole here. And a spear. And a save spot. Okay. Well, let's head down to what I assume is a boss fight. Or not. Huh. Surface. What? Is there no boss? I don't know. Save spot, but no boss. What the heck? Okay, let's take the material back to the brother. The brother is the boss.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it. Well, actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready.
That would be great.
No sense in you wait. That would. But what can I help you with?
You can strengthen my other weapons, but you can't strengthen that weapon? It's a bit odd. I could take the nameless blade even higher. No point in doing that, I guess.
It appears we have some free time on our hands.
I guess let's head to the Forest of Myth.
Popola said we might be able to...
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
I am disappointed. There was no boss. No story progress. Huh. And to get to the Forest of Myth, we have to go across the bridge. Ow. Sure are a lot of shades around here. That one over there is already shooting red orbs. Are they fighting the boars? I guess so. Medical herb. Into the land of books and death dream.
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
It didn't take long to get here. There's the mayor. Spirit capsule. Spirit capsule. We're full up on medical herbs. I just want to enter the tree. Apparently I cannot. Okay. I'll talk to the mayor and we'll do his little quest. I'm sure it'll lead us where we want to be.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Okay.
Weird.
Now can I enter the tree? Now there's an item at the entrance of the tree.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done. Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Pray to the tree. Black, pure darkness, painted all over. Sorry, painted over everything. Words, scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words. Amorous words. All sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shriveled with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form the colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy too has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great, and there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep brown eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him. But he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her his feelings, this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head. The dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror. Some are eaten. She began the fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She's laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. My apologies, took a little break there. I'm back now. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seem ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have a distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree etched its branches as far as it could. It stretched its branches as far as it could. But new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground underneath its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Luther had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Luther suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Luther stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look there! A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. My apologies. I paused the recording there and did not happen to click on pause when I should have. Oops. Anyway, I got to the point where I had to choose something here. And I chose incorrectly and was booted out and had to go through this all again. So here we are, back at the choice. I chose green because it was the only color that I remember being mentioned, but going through the story a second time, slamming on the A button, catching up to the choice here. I think the color of envy was the brown-eyed girl. It was not.
You let it slip through your fingers.
Come on, we have to go back to that stupid land of words again?
So you missed nothing because I made the wrong choice twice. I chose green, I believe, and then I chose brown. And both are wrong. The tree asks, what was the color of envy? Deep green eyes. It's got to be green then. Did I choose blue? And then I chose brown? Is it green? I don't even remember. It's got to be green. Green eyes? It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time, I implore you. There we are. What was the color of lost envy? I think I already said green. I did not, apparently. Green must be the right answer. This just feels like filler content. I didn't like the tree world very much my first visit, and I'm liking it just as little my second visit. Okay. He spits out the green gem.
You let it...
Come on, we have to go back to that...
Are they asking different questions each time? Have I not chosen all of the colors now? What the heck? Am I an idiot? It's not brown. It's not blue. It's not green. Unless they're asking different questions each time and I'm just not noticing. It spat out a glimmering green gem. One more time, I implore you. There we are. Lost envy. It's not blue, it's not green, it's not brown. I've chosen all the three options. Am I losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? Have I not chosen all the options at this point? And there's no way to skip this. You've got to go through this stupid thing every time. It spat out a green gem. Color of lost envy. It's not brown. It's not blue. It's not green.
You let it slip?
Come on.
I can't. I am frustrated. I've read your whole story multiple times.
You let it slip?
Come on, we have to go back to that...
I don't get it. Is the answer something else?
The key to the shadow. Anyway, enough.
Oh my god, I've got to listen to all the people, don't I? To get more choices. On that very day. What the heck? Ever after. At least they were thorough? Quite.
There's something that reminds me.
Therefore, so, as it pertains to, in fact, furthermore, Fashion serious? Well, of course not. Okay. So all these people are speaking junk stories. They're not saying anything. And there's no clue or hint to...
Unusual activity, but I do have an incredible story for you.
It was, however... Meanwhile, my wife was... And the dismembered corpse had... The real culprit was... This is just like talking to the tree. Okay, the tree is supposed to remember everything. This is the story that has the answer. A child is here, brought low by disease. He's far too young to suffer beyond the words pale skin. So long visit can suffer. Tries to reject the black terror that germinates his body. No amount of force driving the invader. Doctor is blah, blah, blah. A healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. Green eyes. Green eyes. It's green. You're green with envy. It's green. It's green. It's green. It's green. It's green. There's no other choices here. I've tried all the other choices. It's green. I chose green multiple times. It spoke. This shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? Rush waves his common side of the sword and slices through the shade's right arm. The shade extends its remaining arm to Looter. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brush against Looter, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursing through its fingers, up its arm and out its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years ago, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotion it had been designed to feel. It was the beginning of a soul. And the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This is how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Her daughter and 63 friends.
You let it slip through your fingers.
Come on, we have to go back to that stupid land of words again?
You know what? I know it was 63. And I know what's happening. Every time you enter the tree, it randomizes one of three options. The color of the gem changes randomly. The number of soldiers changes randomly. So you can't mash through this and just know the answers. Oh my god, I can't believe it. What color are her eyes? Deep blue eyes. See, it changed. It changed. Deep blue. 63 companions. It spat out a green gem. The eyes were blue. She now had 63 friends. Real time is over. I'm going to kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered on the floor. The key, cried the book. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the well. This world is falling apart. How can a world of letters, I implore, most important thing, world. Which one is it? Maybe it doesn't matter. Memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Luda was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied. I hate this forest. I hate these puzzles. I think the game would be better off without this element.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill them without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
We have the tree, memory tree key fragment. Success. Let us never come here again. Check to see if the letter has
Let's see
arrived.
if the junk heap kid sent us a letter.
Please, God, please never again. Please, please, please. Please never again. Never again. Ow.
Die, you little bastards! Calm yourself. Haste will only lead you to making an ill-timed mistake. An unstable heart is the worst armor one can have.
No time for that, Vice. I gotta get to Yona.
These guys are wicked. I just finally got the armored enemy tutorial. You know what? I think I've had enough. Let's just move on. I don't know if I'm going to regret not fighting all the enemies because there's going to be like a huge experience gap. But I just want to move on. What can I say? That tree has ruined my mood. Stupid tree word puzzle thing. In we go.
You have a letter, it would seem.
Dear Looter, this is to inform you that the upgrade work on your weapon has been completed. The weapon is ready and available for pickup at your earliest convenience. I also have more personal requests to make of you. One I hope we can discuss further once you arrive to pick up the weapon. Yours, Two Brothers Weaponry.
Personal request, hmm?
He's done a lot for us. We should see what he wants. Off to the junk heap, then.
Off to the junk heap. I did not realize going to the save spot fully healed you. Good to know. At this point, we're going to call it here. I hate the forest. This game would be so much better without that. That said, there are quite a few things in this game that I think have not aged as well as I had hoped. Especially remembering Nier Automata, which felt, even though now it's several years old, still feels very modern. This game feels a little dated. It's got a little bit of the, I don't know, I don't want to call it like PS2, PS3 era jank, but there are things that really, it could use a little bit of a look over. But I still want to complete it. I still want to know where the story leads us, how the story connects to the other Nier game. This is Nier Replicant. I would like to know how it connects to Nier Automata. I also believe this game has several different endings, which Nier Automata had like 26 endings. I think this one has like 5 or 6. So not as many, but a variety of endings. I'm wondering if the choices I'm making now have already locked me into a certain ending, or if it's going to be the case where you have to go through the game to a certain point again and continue the story in a different direction. Oh, we'll find out. I think we're still quite a bit a ways from the ending, though. I suspect this is about a 20 to 25 hour experience. So we're only at 16 hours. I'll come back tomorrow, and I will continue on with this playthrough. Look forward to it. I know I am. Until next time, friends. Take care. And have a good one.